Hello, everyone. Andy Talaga here. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time you're watching this. My red shirt on instead of my usual gray shirt here, but I'm here happy to announce the brackets for the 2025 Star Wars CCG Retro GEMPC are live. I put them together. I had a great committee of other individuals from the retro world weigh in and assist with rankings. It's not an easy thing to do. It does take a little bit of time, and because we want to be fair to everybody. So here to introduce it. We've got it. Retro Gem PC starts on May the 4th, 2025. Today is February, April 28th. So about 5-6 days from now is when the actual event's going to go live. So I wanted to get the brackets out there so that people could take a look and maybe start planning their decks around, what they want to do. So, how did we get here? Well, the Retro Gem PC was something that I had kind of been kicking around in my mind. We decided to launch it, and to my surprise, 96 people signed up, which is amazing. So 96 also is a great number to have because it means that 32 people are going to get a bye into round 2, and 64 people play round 1. It's single elimination match play. So you play 2 games against your opponent over the course of 10 days. You can arrange that with your opponent however you would like. You play one side as light side, one side as dark side, and you do count differential. Person who has the highest differential over the course of the 2 games wins and moves on. The other person is eliminated from the tournament. It's single elimination. It's going to be 7 rounds total. So 32 people will win in round 1, and they'll feed into round 2 where there are 32 people who have buys. And so you'll have essentially 2 64-person brackets, and then a 32, 16, top 8, top 4, and finals. Of course, everybody has to get ranked then. So after signups were done, I got the list of all the players, and I went through and ranked everybody. I asked the other people in the selection committee, which consisted of Steve Sanders, who runs the annual Retro League, Joe Horby, aka How Did We Get Into This Mess? HDITM, whatever that acronym is. He's a very good player. And then Eddie and Rabbit, Jeff Bowman, Red V, and the legend himself, Paul Todd Feldman, Dr. Torch. The 5 of us, 6 of us, sat down and went through the list and started ranking people. We each kind of did our own individual rankings and then kind of came back to get consensus. There was some debate, this person should move up, this person should move down. This person's much better at Premier to Hoth than Premier to Death Star 2, and there's tangible differences in those types of formats. So maybe since this format's Premier to Death Star 2, maybe they go down a little bit. Or this person's just not really as good in the older formats, but they're just really good at later Decipher formats like Premier to Death Star 2, so they should be a little bit higher, etc. We had some good conversation back and forth. I put the initial rankings together and then shared them with the other people in the selection committee who had, put their own rankings together. Other things that I evaluated. So I took the cumulative standings of all 3 years of the Retro League plus standings for some of the other bigger retro events that we've had, like the annual charity events, as well as there was like the Premier to Tatooine event that was last year or 2 years ago for the 25th anniversary of Phantom Menace. Things like that. And, of the 96 people that are in here. I mean, between Dr. Torch, Eddie, Joe, me, Jeff, and of course Steve knows everybody from the Retro League, because we had like 95% participation of people who were in the Retro League sign up for this as well. We play a lot, and so I think we have a pretty good understanding of everybody's kind of skill level, where they're at, etc. So all of that fed in, and we ranked and moved people around. I had made up a bracket, but I'm not really a college basketball guy, so I don't really know how to make a bracket that well. So we used this program called Challenge, which the PC uses for their regular GEMPC and some other things, I think. And so we took the rankings, loaded it in here, and it spit out the brackets. And then we looked at it to make sure that it looked correct. Everybody was where they're supposed to be. And yeah, from there we've got our brackets here. So here we have trying to make this a little bit bigger. We have round one, and that feeds into round two. So the way it works is players who are ranked 1 through 32 get buys into round two. So players who are 33 and down play round one. And it kind of goes like 33 plays 96, 34 plays 95, 35 plays 94, etc., all the way until you get to 64 plays 65. And then that feeds back in. So here we've got, and it roughly breaks out into 4 brackets. I'll just zoom out a little bit so you can see. So there's, one bracket here, another bracket here, and in this middle, a 4th bracket or 3rd bracket and a 4th bracket. So some interesting matchups are going to be coming everybody's way. I hope you're all excited. You can take a look at this. To get to here, you can either go to Challonge, CHALLONGE.com, and search for this, the 2025 SWCCG Retro GEMPC Premier Death Star 2 event, or you can go to the forums on the PC's website, and under upcoming events, there's one for the Retro GEMPC, and one of the forum topics there is the bracket, and it'll link directly here. I'll be also emailing this bracket out to everybody who is participating so that you can see who you're matched up against. But yeah, I think this is pretty good. I'm excited for it. And if you got ranked and you think that you should have been at a higher rank, well, I guess to that, I would say, you probably have an easier time in round one because you're going to be facing people who are lower ranked in the overall rankings. If you think you should be, if you're like, how did I get ranked this high? Well, then that's a good thing, because that means that your peers here, people on the selection committee, think that you perform at a higher level, and we recognize that. And so, and if you think you're ranked absolutely correct, awesome, we got it right. And either way, prove me wrong. You should have been ranked higher or lower, but I think that everything here is overall pretty fair, and looking forward to this one. It should be a pretty good time. So I'll put when this video goes live, I'll also put a link in the comments to this directly, so people can visit it from the YouTube page. But yeah, I'll be the tournament organizer. So if you have questions, you can always direct them to me. I'm pretty much everywhere: Slack, Discord, forums, email, Facebook, Reddit, YouTube, wherever you want to go. So yeah, that's about it. And good luck to everybody. Looking forward to a lot of really fun games over the next few weeks. All right, thanks.